Alright, card fighters, locking in with the 1 day left, because technically in zero right now, 1 day is left. If you don't know what 1 day is, next day you probably think, oh, it's February while I was recording it. So like, oh, it's just February. But for us, Link Joker, Revengers, Void Saver Reverse, and also Ethics Buster Reverse, I think so, are getting released. So we got 2 reverse cards, a Link Joker itself, and Revengers, basically a set that is highly anticipated, highly wanted. I also want a lot of it myself. I would love to play Revengers, but like the burnout situation, I don't know if I can, but I've been grinding a lot. So it turns out that I heard that the item exchange, they said it's a triple rare guaranteed pack, but I think it's for Link Joker only. Could be wrong. And it's a free triple rare. I think it's a Nebula Lord triple rare free pack. I think they had it in JP actually. I forgot, and then I just remember. Oh, my phone had notification. And then basically, yeah. And then like if you lock in for the last 3 days, I don't know if you had to lock in all 3 days. Hopefully you guys locked in the last 3 days. You will get the shards and you can trade those for a triple rare guaranteed pack, which hopefully we'll see. I'll be opening that for the next set. Don't even know the exchange. My VP has risen significantly a lot for the past like 2-3 days. I think yesterday while I was recording was like 500 only, 500k. But I don't know. I've been feeling so hyped for Vanguard in general, and since I'm in the situation of well, it's not lockdown for me, but like it's just like quarantine, and like to avoid the problems of the pandemic for me and my family, we just stayed home way more, and I can't really. There is a new format rotating for my locals, and they're probably not gonna do V Series tournament. Maybe they play V Series, but they won't have tournament, and now I can't even play my plus in tournament, I guess. Well, for my locals, hopefully in the future there is also I heard that there is gonna be some news of a Springfest Zero championship or something, which is really good for global. I don't know how it will work, they didn't mention anything. But besides that, let's get into the deck and fight today. So today we're locked in like usual, deck and fight. I still have 2 more decks, Kagero decks, both of them Seal Dragons and Duanma Strife Dragon, which already I have perfected as far as I can, because I think I can craft a triple rare for Seal Dragons. But hopefully, well, before the update, I also have the Aqua Force budget, right? Yeah, I have the Aqua Force budget build here. I'll show you next month, and hopefully I can make a budget build again. So that budget build is it's not that good, but it's also a good option for budget build. Now, where was my Transcore deck? That's my Transcore deck. So we'll see what about it. But today, let's just get into the Transcore Glory Transcore deck and fight. So this deck, honestly, has never been more like one of these decks is that I forgot that when I was younger, I remember wanting to play Glory Transcore for the longest time. Or actually, I wanted to play Glory Maelstrom Break Ride with the G Glory Maelstrom Break Ride, which basically with their combos, that was the time before G Guardians. If I could set it up, your opponents legit couldn't guard from their hand, which was really funny. And I wish I could have built that. I just couldn't find the pieces. I was younger and I couldn't spend as much also. So yeah, I couldn't play. And I just remembered right now that all of the creators, I have a copy of each, because when I was younger I was building Aqua Force for premium. Right now it's for premium, but it was like for Vanguard in general. But then since Aqua Force was never really used, I didn't play it. V Series Aqua Force was just hella expensive, and like it was Revengers is obviously more expensive, but I was still also younger, like I said. So basically, Aqua Force, this deck is hella fun. It is highly competitive also, because you can get some really easy wins, because right now you can see it's a legend 10. Basically, I've been playing this deck, and also my old Royal Paladin meme deck. If you're curious what that is, I'll leave it on the card on top right or not top left of your screen, depending. I don't know, I don't remember. Basically, yeah, and then you can see that. But before you see that video, let's check out the Aqua Force deck. So gonna start from the grade 0, I guess, starter first, then go to grade 3, then go to grade 1. So Officer Cadet Eric, there's a generic counterblast 1, put a soul, check the top 5 for grade 3. Because since this deck needs break right, sometimes you need your grade 3s before your grade 2 turn, you need your grade 3s, or before you wanted to break right, and the next thing you realize, I could kill my opponent if I set up properly and go with kill them with glory, but you need the glory card, so you can use Eric to possibly get the glory and next turn kill them with a break right and the ultimate break, which is really Eric comes in clutch, really handy card for heals, 9 draws, because this deck doesn't need crit because it generates crits on its own really easily. And then fun thing is that these grade 3s, these boss units does not need the 4th battle skill activate or like 4th wave or 4th attack to activate. Oh, my brother sneezed. But then the only thing basically this, none of the cards need the wave effect. The only thing near the wave, I guess, is Basil, but Basil is a good supporting card with this 12k attacker. So basically, this deck is much easier to play than your regular Aqua Force actually, and it's much less piece reliant. So this is actually a really good deck. It's a little bit different on your standard Aqua Force, so I just wanted to point it out. So let's get back on track. So main grade 3, I would say Transcore, because this is the break right that basically is used, and how do I say it? It's the main key card. Without this deck doesn't, it's not gonna lose completely, it won't fall flat on your face, but it's still not gonna be as strong without Transcore. Transcore basically unlocks everything, because if you successfully ride into Transcore first, any grade 3 you ride after that won't be as bad. Oh, what's wrong with my mouse? My mouse tripping. Okay, it's back. And then basically, yeah, Transcore actually looking really good. My mouse is glitching out. Let me turn it off and turn it back on. I think it should work now. Give me a second. Technical difficulties. What's wrong with my mouse? Should be working. Okay. A little glitch out my mouse, sorry. Trying to fix it now. Back to the cards, and then we have last card F1, basically our secondary grade 3. When this unit attacks, if we have 3 or more units, 3 units as rest in your front row, basically you have your front row resting, counterblast 1 to get a 3k and a crit until end of battle, and then the second skill is counterblast 1 to have 2k to get 2k. This is the 2k is actually really nice if you can do mid break. Sometimes you need to make good columns, and last card Rev1 can be really nice with your Vanguard column, which makes it like, since you're in this deck, your Vanguard usually attacks the last anyways, because with Rev1 skill and stuff. So 21k, really nice. Rev1 gives you crit and can randomly actually win you games because your opponent doesn't have PG. I have played a lot of games that with, and then yeah. And then we have Benedict, Wave General Os, Wave like Spirals, Benedict. This is an optional card. Actually, you can use something else, but I just like Benedict because Benedict can come in handy, especially trying to knock out your PG from your opponent's hand. Maybe if your opponent's base like have a 10k base Vanguard, you can swing with Benedict, restand Benedict, attack him with a boost. So basically, it's up 2 PGs if they don't set up intercept, and also it could also have like basically. Also, is Benedict is just really good. It's basically like Tidal Assault, right? It's basically Tidal Assault but a grade 3, and Tidal Assault is better. That's why it's a triple rare. But it's a very grade 3 slot. I only also have 1, and I feel like we need a card that supports, because we already have two main break right cards that we want to break right. We can also break right Transcore over Transcore. That's actually not a bad thing. In the TCG it was better, but in this situation in 0 it's actually not that bad also. And then we have Glory Maelstrom. So I think I have 2 of the promo Maelstrom and 2 of the normal Maelstrom, Glory Maelstrom. So I couldn't make a Tekken fight, I think. Wait, Did I forgot. So Glory Maelstrom. When you attacks, I don't think any of you don't. I think all of you know what Glory Maelstrom is if you played 0. Limit break 4 Vanguard Circle. Limit break 5. Sorry, ultimate break. When you attacks, counter blast 2 to get 5k crit, and your opponent have to discard a random creature from their hand to nullify with a Sentinel. If not, they cannot activate the Sentinel. So that's really good. It also cross ride with the normal regular Maelstrom, and it limit break 5 become limit break 4. But it doesn't matter honestly, because over here you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 self damagers. So this deck, fun fact, this deck is actually, I have not don't actually, yeah, I have, this deck is completely from myself. It's basically made for I didn't see any other content creators like to make this deck, so I completely make this deck. So if I have a similar deck, it was just coincidental. I'm being like, I'm not trying to show off or anything. I'm just like telling you that maybe if we had the same deck profile, it's not that I'm stealing from them, it's just that I guess we have both the same fighting styles or like play styles for how this deck looks basically. So I have not seen any other content creator, so if I have a similar one, that's pretty funny. Self damagers, if you don't know how self damager is, when you basically put the top card of your deck into your damage face down, and at the end of turn you get to randomly heal one of your damage, and not heal, but choose one of your random damage zone that is face down mostly. Put it back to deck. If there is no face down, they will randomly pick the face up one. So really nice. Just like to help with ultimate break, and comes in handy if you want to reshuffle damage triggers. Actually, one of my favorite things about the new self damagers is that it used to be you had to counter blast, so technically you're losing a counter blast to possibly put back a trigger to your deck, which is actually really used, but I never really fancy it when I was in the TCG. But then in 0 it just become way better. Its use becomes less clutching. Like in the TCG, you limit break, you just basically have a better edge, and you can just counter your opponent. But then in 0 it's also fun. So yeah, self damagers also, we have to create one version. We have 10k base, because 10k base are nice. Maybe I should have changed those to, wait, let me change those to Suicide in a bit. Then we have 3 Coral Assaults, 12k attacker on the 3rd or more battle. Really handy with Basil. Who is Basil here? I also don't you can also run Diamantis actually, but I don't want to run Diamantis because I honestly prefer the Benedict one. So Storm Rider Basil, when you attacks a Vanguard, plus 3k until end of battle. If it's the first attack, plus 3k until end of battle. The end of battle, you have to switch position with the card with the same column. So helping with multi attack, so you have a creator and a create 2 swing Basil, and then Basil switch. Then the best part is his second skill, which is actually a buff, counter blast 1 once per turn. You can have this unit ignore intercepts if it's the first battle of that turn. So basically he will ignore intercepts, so he can attack the Vanguard immediately at 11k, which is really nice and makes sense, because in the original game, regardless of the attack hitting, regardless of you have intercept or not, you can always attack the Vanguard, right? So it comes in handy. The Basil can come in handy for eating up PGs, pushing your opponent's damage also a little bit. So like if they're at 3, you can push them to 4. Then you have your rear card swinging at the intercepts. Then you have your Vanguard finishing off the game. And then a Mercenary Brave Shooter, a nice 10k attacker, which doesn't need to be. I don't think there are any more 10k attackers, and this one is really generic. So you don't, since we only run Glory Maelstrom, if there was a 10k attacker for Maelstrom, it would be not that good actually, because we want a generic one like Mercenary Brave Shooter, because we have Revon, Transcore, Benedict, and the only Maelstrom. Maelstrom, we don't always run him, because we don't always break ride him. We only break ride him if we confident to kill that turn, because after that the counter blast is quite difficult to save. You have to play a little bit around that. Then we have Light Signals Penguin Soldier, because we have extra soul, so blast 2 to draw 1. Running 3, usually you use 2 times, you never use all 3. So I run 3 because there's a possibility where you take damage, or like you have to call him early just for the boost without the skill. So yeah, and then like this deck basically the main focus is to create Transcore and Glory. Anything below anything other than that is supporting cards, but those support cards do not overlook them, because they can be really dangerous and very good for the deck anyways. So I'm gonna change it up to Suices, because I think you can do this. Yeah, you can pull down the Lazarus like this. So I think was it? Oh yeah, no. I think originally I was confused that I thought Lazarus was actually a GBD G trial deck for Aqua Force, because I forgot that I think I bought the Aqua Force deck for the G version and the old version also. So I mixed up the 10k attackers, and then I thought the Kelpie Rider Milos, I think, is the grade 2 10k attacker for G. I thought it was from the previous, like the what is it, like the original Vanguard basically. Well, what is it? Let's go Valkyrian best deck. Wait. R Rumble. Oh, Rumble RU, but the R and U is capital. So in a hand like this, putting back Maelstrom would be a bad move. The good thing is that you have to remember, in the situation like this, I only retire Bezel, because you don't really need Bezel early on, and also you usually want to write something else. At this situation, you might ask me, why didn't I throw the other grade ones to hopefully can Transcore? We have Eric, which basically assures you that you have a high chance of getting the Transcore anyway, because remember, you check the top 5 from a 40 card deck, which you probably use his skill like in turn when you're grade 2, so your deck goes down to like probably like 30 to 25. So a little bit counting with calculations, but that's why it's safe to actually not get the Transcore, try to redraw into the Transcore. So Mercenary Brave Shooter, I could have brought the Self Damager, but I feel like if we, in the worst case scenarios that we don't get Transcore, we can ride into Rev 1 first, then use the Self Damagers to use the skill of Rev 1. Rev 1 needs limit break, like I think I mentioned it, but here's if you wanna check out what Rev 1 skill again, it's loading. Oh, it's not loading like according to the animation. Maybe I should turn off the animation. I don't know. I like the animation. So end phase. I think I need to get a drink. Wait, give me a second. Not yet, actually. Oh yeah, now I can see. So yours is a look for last card Rev 1 skill. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. What is he writing? Oh, Basil. Basil is such a bad card to write, honestly. He's such a good key card on the rear card, but on Vanguard is an 8k base. I mean, in the grade 2 turn, it doesn't matter as much with Aqua Force during a match. But still, Basil is such a good rear card, but a bad card, honestly. Ooh, look at that Transcore. I didn't even need to look for it with Eric. So, at this situation, you don't need to use Eric's skill just to conserve counterblast and also to preserve the triggers. And like the only thing I could think of, like where you would use Eric, like at this point, you would use him for if you need more rare cards, or if you want to, like if we got Glory, I guess we lose the grade 3s in our hand. Can't wait for Revengers. Comment down below on like how hyped you are for next step. I'm really hyped because all 4 clans are really something I wanna play. Link Joker I would play, even though it's tier 2 I think, but turns out Chaos Breaker Dragon is actually good in JP. I actually thought I'm on that one. I'm a lot of like, I kinda joined the boat when everyone said, oh, Chaos Breaker Dragon was dead, but because like logically I thought, because I forgot that it's still 0, and how Chaos Breaker Dragon was OP, how OP it was, I forgot. Because I never really played that format, so because I thought the nerfs were hella big, but turns out that Chaos Breaker Dragon itself is still holding up really well. It's tier 1 also. Oh, Rev 1 as our heals is basically the only option. If someone asks, you wanna run Glory as your heals, I basically say that it's better not, because you wanna search your glories, and then in a situation where you use Eric, sometimes you don't really wanna pull out a heal also. So you wanna get glory. Okay, like signals, penguin soldier, that's good. Now I can ride into Transcore. Okay, speaking of Transcore also, one thing I is bad right now in the situation is that I didn't have enough grade 2s like to make a good defensive field right now. The Transcore, this deck doesn't plus that much other than lightning signals, penguin soldier, but it's still deadly nonetheless. We need to rely a lot on triggers, that's why you have 9 draws, but the 9 draws actually sustained itself really well. Okay, that's self-damager. I'll just call this turn self-damage. Should I call the other self-damager? That's my question. Just to get the field. I'm not dying, so I think it's best to just call Ravon, I guess. Because remember that the column that Transcore gets 3k when he attacks a Vanguard, so his column is actually pretty high. Like, it hits for magical number 18. So even if we cross-slice on Glory, my Vanguard will still be able to swing. This makes a 13k column, which is not too high, but it's still a magical number actually. So there's a PG, another PG chucked. So looking really good for me because I can just possibly next time I can just kill my opponent with Glory, or not. If I had to, I can go to Ravon. Also, I realized that you guys have been watching my videos way more yesterday. Pretty happy because it's been a day of upload. I'm gonna upload quite a fair bit. Tomorrow I think I'll live stream. I'm not sure because it's a Monday because I have class after that. But I think with the timing, if correctly done, I think I can just, yeah, I can go live. I'm sure I can go live. I mean, I can't stay until past my bedtime obviously because I have class. I say bedtime because as in my parents would get mad if I don't sleep also. It's unhealthy also during the situation. Yeah, but that's bedtime actually. So 4 damage to 3. I'm in the winning situation. This twin strike brave shooter I think you can use, but I feel like I don't really want to use actually because I already have the mercenary brave shooter. This create one which has the same skill basically, but this is also an option you can use. So I feel like the bad thing is that the 10k base is actually really good because your opponent gets really like essentially disturbed by it. They can't really do much with the should have attacked mercenary brave shooter first on rare. Wait, not mercenary brave shooter, it's tidal shooter I think. Twin strike brave shooter. Maelstrom, it will pop this anyways, or you want to pop mine. Light signals penguin soldier would be the best bet to pop actually. This situation you have to intercept. I can go Glory actually. I can just go Glory. Okay, which will you pop? Ravon. Okay, whatever he does with my hand size, it's also a good thing. But I would say in his situation he should have sniped this because like if yeah, I would have gotten it much harder for me to make a column anyways. But with a booster it's much easier. But man, the situation doesn't matter honestly. So break right. Glory Transcore is such a scary combo. But it's so good and so fun when you're playing it. So right now he has 5 cards in the hand, so he's probably gonna survive. I meant to call this card, but okay. Transcore there, swing. This will swing. Next turn I can just go into Ravon if my opponent does not die, because since I know 2 of their PGs are out, there's a high chance they would probably lose. Probably, I don't know. It depends because like if usually when you see two PGs out of their deck, high chance that they also have a PG in their hand because it's popping off. But then like, then again, I don't know actually. So at this situation, remember that Transcore discards a non-sentinel, so you always want to do that first because you want to rip out their maybe possibly one grade 3. Okay, that's not grade 3, but there's a chance that you can rip out their only grade 2 in their hand. So basically, Glory will go for kill. Like if that's the worst case scenario. And also the good thing about Glory is that if they remove a grade 3, they can remove dangerous card that could kill you next turn. If I don't check a heal here, I have okay, I have a high chance of death. Still have 2 heals in my deck. It's a Transcore. Probably, I actually feel that was the only grade 3 in their hand, so didn't get lucky. But there was if I rip the Transcore out of their hand, let's see it actually. If they call their whole hand and then they reveal there was no grade 3, if they ripped it out of their hand, it feels bad. But it is what it is. You you go against Glory, I guess. Oh no! Did he just draw into that? Did he actually just draw into that? Of course, man. How are you? Glory Maelstrom. No, never mind. He has another Transcore. I couldn't do anything that one. It's just the opponent just drew into all the creatures. I have no option of winning, I guess. With the Glory 17k. Unless he attacks with Vanguard first, I can double heal. That's a chance also. There's a chance that could happen that my opponent choked. So attack with the Vanguard first. Attack with the Vanguard first, please. Okay, no, I'm losing no matter what. Okay, that's one match. It showed that this deck can do a lot, but then again, if your opponent gets lucky also with the setup, I couldn't really do much in that situation. They had the grade 3s, they had the PGs. This deck is good, but it also has a little bit of RNG, and a lot of. Oh yeah, and also the main counter for this deck is honestly really funny. The main counter, I believe, is corals. Yes, you heard me right. Corals, Bermuda Triangle, kind of like. Actually the best. Oh, wait, no, the second best BT, I think. BT, second best version of BT right now, Bermuda Triangle, is Corals, I think. Corals itself doesn't do much but the only reason I think it counters is because since it draws so much, and then like there's obviously a chance they have a grade 3, they have PGs, they also always set up intercept. They will just slowly pressure you out, and like it's difficult to actually beat them. I have played against one. This is a perfect hand for writing, but I need a lot of my other pieces to actually do rear cards. So I'm actually gonna keep it because redrawing it would be risky anyways. Because if I'm blessed with a good hand, I'll keep the good hand. Why reshuffle it to get the perfect hand? Because there's no such thing as a perfect hand, honestly. Okay, it's Vortimer. Vortimer? I thought it was like... Actually, for a second there, I thought it's VB farming, but then I remember that no one VB farms with Vortimer, actually. Ah, what's wrong with my nose? Twitching. It's feeling pain. Oh, it's setting up the Black Scout Vortimer to activate for the grade 2. That's a nice move. Oh, that Glory is unnecessary, but I guess I have a grade 3 in for next. Having a backup Revon is always actually nice in your hand, because if your opponent damage chokes you out of 5, you can just go to surprise them with Revon, possibly kill them with a 3 crit attack if they have full PGs in their hand. That could also happen, where like your opponent is like expecting to not die because they're safe, but then they forget that if you break right over Transcore and have a full hand of PGs, you will still die. Okay, that's a grade 2 Vortimer. So if they don't have the Vortimer, feels kind of bad. I need to take a drink. I'm also thirsty again. Give me a second. Give me a second. I really need to get a bottle for these videos. Oh wait, what did I miss? Oh, they have so many cards in the report. Why do they have a grade 3 in the back column for Vanguard? What happened? Wait, let me see the view log. So main phase, superior call, 2 grade 3s from the deck. Spectral Duke and Chrome Jailer. They're crits. Oh my god, they're crits. Use a skill retire to superior call. Use a skill retire. Use any main skill. Oh my god, what is this man doing? He filled his entire board and filtered through his deck like a lot of cards for no exact reason. Yeah, he filled his I think the main thing he did well was that he set up intercepts and set up grade 1. Are you kidding? Stop with the Revons, man. Stop drawing the Revon. Like, I don't know what's up, but like I've been drawing the Revons constantly. It's annoying. What happened there? Why did it not write? What do I do here? This is the this is the downside of drawing so many creatures. I feel like I'm a Morikawa, but like this happens quite a fair bit from using this deck. You don't it just happens, like I don't know why. But my luck with this deck is that I have all the grade 3 pieces, which is good for my grade 3 turn, but then at the opening turns, like, what do I do here if my opponent set up intercept? I can go to Maelstrom, go to Transcore, Maelstrom, and Revon on the rear cards. Swing, 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 and hopefully push them to at least like 2. If they set up another intercept, I'll push them to 1. Alright, Chrome Jail. Oh no! Spectral Duke. I'm actually kinda scared because Spectral Duke. Because you need to pop 2. This man. I draw into the grade 3s. This man get into those grade 3s. He lost 6 crits so far, and I've lost 1 heal in my opponent's eyes. But so far I've lost 5 other triggers in my hand. They're dead triggers because they're stuck there. Okay. This is a 16k column, I think. Oh no, it's an 18k column. Oh, he was planning to check a trigger then possibly pushing me to 4. Which would have been actually not that good for me. Which art is your favorite art about Maelstrom? You can also comment that below. I'm curious because honestly I'm a big fan of the regular Maelstrom. This one is just not bad, it's just that I don't know. You're joking, right? You must be joking, dude. 3 Revons in the 4th one on screen. Oh my god. You must be joking, dude. Last card Revon. Well, I guess it's not the last card anymore. He's the I don't know. I was thinking of a joke, but I don't know what to continue with that joke. I can push him to 2 damage. The good thing about this deck is that if you successfully push your opponent to 3 damage, you have there's a chance where you can just kill your opponent after that 3 damage, just because of the crits you gain, because of the effects you stack. Maybe you push them to 5 next turn, but then you're already also eating up a lot of cards in your hand. Well, the eating up for cards is that you can force your opponent to lose out to 3 cards PG, a non-sentinel, and a grade 3. So there's a chance you can also make them lose 2 grade 3s. Are you kidding? Actually, are you kidding? Stop! Give me grade 2s. No, my PG. Come on, man. Look at that. 3, 4, 6, 9, 9, 6, 9. 9 grade 2s left. And what? 5, 10, 10 grade 1s left. Jeez, man. I only have 4 grade 3s left. Actually, not that bad, but like, man. Let me showcase this deck well. You give me the grade 3s, but you need to give me the grade 2s too. I need to survive. Matcha. Is that Matcha? Yeah, that's Matcha. When they can't blast to you call a Charon. That's pretty good. I guess 17k column. I'm confused. This man ran out of critical trigger, so this would luckily he's not doing so hot as just as me. You hot trigger me. That's actually really bad for me. I wanted to break right. I can break right Transcore over Transcore actually. But will I even survive after that? They don't have grade 1s in their hand, which is so good because if they had, they would have called over Phantom Wrestler Overload, or like they maybe just are afraid to overcall. But it would be better to overcall actually. Pascal, okay, I have a high chance of survival. Wait, with Spectral Duke, do I even have a chance of survival though? Push them to 4, Counter Blast 2 and pop 2 their cards to lose Twin Drive and attack again. With the grade 3, I don't think they can have enough boost. But there is a chance I die. If I go into Rev 1, it would be pointless, I guess. Swing, it gives crit, but I feel like I can't kill him without going to Glory. I'll just go it just to show you the Glory Transcore actually. Rev 1 is a good option right now. But the problem of Rev 1 is that is that really a problem going Transcore into Rev 1? I don't know actually. Oh wait, I just remembered. I can just damage choke him at 3. Oh yeah, so I can just damage choke him. Okay, I'm actually gonna damage choke. I forgot that Transcore doesn't give you a crit until they don't discard. So I'll just force them to discard sooner. Yeah, I'll do that. Then I'll break right into Glory. So it's a good. The one thing about this deck which is really nice that you can also lock your opponent out of the limit break. My opponent wasn't. Oh, they lost a grade 3. Oh my god, that came in clutch I think because next turn with the Transcore it would be way better. They only have 3 grade 3s left in the whole entire like board, well in their hands or not in the deck. That's 2 left in the deck. Okay, with Glory Transcore I'm gonna kill unless they keep the 2 cards in their hand, but they have no port, so they have to call down cards. So next turn I win. Next turn I'm pretty sure I win. There is no way I'm losing, right? There's 2 crits left in their deck. And yeah, I had no way of dying actually. Wow, this turned out well. Let's see. He had a grade 3. Okay, that's it. That's game over. That's game over. That's game over for them. Famous last words, but I'm confident. I'm confident in this one. And if you don't see it, this is like what you call in that PG, that crit is dangerous. Lucky I damage choke him. If I didn't damage choke him, I would have lost actually. Look at that. So that's all their grade 3s. So they have no way of guarding my Transcore Glory attack. That pushes. Oh right, I've almost forgot. Like, wait, did I miscalculate? And like I saw, wait, I have Pascal in my hand. I forgot that I had 2 Pascal for a second. Hey, constant guard. Hey, you trying to get cocky over me? This guy has not revealed any PGs. If he thinks he's safe, he is not. I'm gonna say it just for the memes. Go into Pascal again. Final turn. Breaker Idol. Look at this animation, man. Did I skip the Transcore? I don't think I skipped the Transcore. This Glory animation brings back so much memories. One thing that I didn't like is that how Glory looked. Like in the card, Glory looks so cool with his background, but then separated from his background, Glory looks just kind of dumb. Looks like a dumb fish evolution. Not to mean anything. I'll just call it Rev 1, I guess. Pushing me to 5 was the worst possible move you could have done. If you damage choke me, he might have actually won if he damage choked me. But I'll just swing damage choke him also. So I don't know. Actually, he didn't know I have a PG enemy. So let's see. Do you have a PG? Yep, his hands are both PGs. Then use the skill. Also, one thing that you can do is that if your opponent's at like 4 damage like this, you can possibly you can secure it with glory for the crit, or like if you already know your opponent can't guard, you don't even need to glory sometimes if you just wanna deal 2 damage and try to end for game. But usually it's best to use glory skill just to ensure they're dead. Plus also you're knocking out basically I already know my opponent didn't have a heal, so there's no way they're healing on me. You could do, if you basically what I'm trying to say for that is that you can use your glory skill for next turn if you don't have enough counter blast to set up for like a possible card mistake for next turn, which is also an option. But I usually go for like the ultimate break and the break right combo, which is much better. I mean, for a card mistake perspective, obviously, but then depending on your resources, it could be better to not use the ultimate break if you already have the skill for Transcore confirm that the opponent can't guard. Yeah, I'm just saying that there's a lot of options for this deck. This deck has rare cards that can swing multiple times to eat more PGs. You have Break Raking, Fish Boys, Shrimp Boys, Blue Dragon Boys that can be really dangerous. And yeah, the support, can't wait for the support for Aqua Force also with Tetra-drive. Gonna hopefully be able to play that also, because Aqua Force has been it's really fun. And honestly, at this rate, we're going to Legion, and over there in G, there should be a Maelstrom break, right? Which I will be trying out hopefully, because when I was young, I remember that was one of my bucket list, Vanguard bucket list, but never accomplished it. Maybe in Zero I might. But that's it for me today. I'll be signing out here, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, because tomorrow we'll be checking out the new set. And hopefully, if you guys are so when you guys subscribe and ring the bell, you'll get notified when I go live or when I'm prepping to go live. That's it for me today. I'll be signing out here. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.